Okay, so even though we're not having our normal speaker, I still have the privilege of introducing our speaker today. Yay! I don't really think he needs an introduction, but just in case. He is a medium, a healer, and a teacher here in camp. He's been in camp, as to put it, almost his entire life, as he says, and he's truly an asset. Truly, honestly, yes. So please help me in welcoming Reverend Dr. Lewis Gates to the platform.
I think it was kind of cute that she insinuated that I wasn't normal. Okay. What I wanted to speak about today is I wanted to speak about spiritualism and eternity, and kind of bring that to a forefront of what we understand as spiritualists. And I found something on the internet I thought was kind of really cool because you can't hear me? How's that?
It's like going in and out.
That sound good now?
Yeah.
All right. I found something on the internet that pilgrimage. Where do spiritualists go on their pilgrimage? We don't have the holy city. We don't have Mecca. We don't have these places we go. We have the spiritualist camps. But where do we go? And our journey as spiritualists is on the journey inward, into our own vibration. And sometimes that is a scary journey. That is times that we have to deal with our higher self, our own vibration, what we put in within our lives. And we as spiritualists have to take that journey. Because we have the camps, but it gives us that energy for a little while, then we have to go home. We're not in the camp. And if some of you lived in the camp, you'd want to go home too. But the question is that we as spiritualists have to understand how we deal with going within ourselves. When I do trance and when I allow my guide Lucerne to come work through me, they take me places. They take me places to visualize the other side. And the last couple of weeks, I went into trance for a large group, and they took me to a place where I stood in a doorway and said, "This is the universe. Your door is the universe. And outside that door is eternity. And we as spiritualists have to send our light into eternity." A lot of the doors, what I noticed, were different. And they explained that everyone's door has certain blemishes, different things going on with their door. Not every door to the universe is exactly the same. We visualize our own vibration. It's what we bring to the table. So we have to realize how we bring things to the table. We believe in our principles. We believe in the principles that we said today, and that we believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the door to reformation is never closed against any human soul or hereafter. That pretty much tells us that we believe in eternity. We believe that we leave this earth plane and move to the spirit set of life. As moving in with the vibration of spirit, I'll just hold this. How's that? I see people going, "Aye, aye." I believe that we as spiritualists have to understand that we are on our own personal journey. We can take our classes, take our workshops, take all this stuff in our lives, but it's our journey. It's where we feel comfortable in our lives. We have to find that place within us. When I teach meditation, I tell people you must go in to get out. You can't go out to get back in. You have to go in to get out. When I do trance, I go in to leave. I don't go out to leave. I go in, and then I leave. When mediums do mediumship work, they're in a semi-trance, a light trance, when they're actually doing mediumship work. Our energy changes. We go into this overshadowing of spirit to give messages. But in trance, it's this whole vibration of understanding how. And we've had some very famous trance mediums. Edgar Cayce. There's a lot of very intelligent trance mediums that came up through the ranks, starting back with the Fox sisters, going all the way through history. Late in the 1800s, late 1800s, early 1900s, there was almost every medium was a trance medium. Trance was, and then it moved into channeling. We were channeling spirit from the spirit side of life. But it's where you feel comfortable with spirit, how you feel comfortable with spirit. And I've been dealing with spirit since I've been about 3, 4 years old. So I've had to deal with them. I've had to order them around. And I tell people it's not sacrilegious. You can yell at your guides. You can tell them that you don't like it. Please stop. Because if you don't tell them to stop, they'll think you like it. It's like that commercial, Mikey will eat it, he likes it. Everything you do, if they think you want it to happen, they will propel it within your life. So you have to set ground rules with your spirits. Set ground rules with eternity. You have to set ground rules because these are spirits that follow you. Because you attract them. You attract spirits. You might not feel that you've attracted somebody in your life, but all of a sudden things start happening around you. Things aren't well. You don't feel good. The things aren't really working well. Then I would address your guides and ask them what's going on. Ask them. People make it too difficult. They make it too difficult. They do this whole, like, 10 pages of stuff. They go, I want that. If you just quietly ask your guides, what do I need to know at this moment? And let it be. Allow your guides to talk to you. Allow them to move things in your vibration. They will be very repetitious in your vibration. If you give them too much, they think that's a party. They run through the store, grab all kinds of stuff and throw it at you. Then you have to try to figure out what to deal with it, what to do with it, what to manifest. You have to learn how to pray. Learn how to go inward and learn how to pray this inner prayer in your vibration. How do you pray? How do you talk to spirit? If they're not answering you or they're not talking to you, try to revise how you're asking it. Try to revise to them how you're asking spirit. Because we're all on our journey. The journey takes us to where we need to be in our lives. I've traveled a lot. I've spent a lot of time here and there and all over in the spirit world. And I understand that we perceive what we feel like we deserve when we end up in the spirit set of life. What you personally think that you personally deserve, you will see. If you believe that it's all going to be terrible, you're going to be in that part of town. If you believe that you believe what you see, some people in this audience might believe in a certain thing. Well, some people might not believe in that. Well, we're probably not going to see that. But you will, because that's how you believe. It's what you perceive within your vibration. When I used to work in nursing homes and used to work with hospice, I used to touch base with people. I used to go in and touch base with people that were getting ready to pass, so that the family members would have a chance to speak to them before they left the earth plane. And always used to amaze me where people were, where they were waiting. I had a lady waiting at a table, waiting for her lost love to join her at the table. She wasn't leaving till he came to that table. And I explained to them who she was waiting for, and she said, oh my God, we know who that is. We know who she's waiting for. I said, when he shows up, she's going to leave. And sure enough, about 20 minutes later, he showed up, and she left. She passed to spirit. A lot of us wait for people to come, to get us, to come find us. And it's what we believe. I had a minister believe that his Jesus was going to come across the Crystal Sea. So there he was sitting next to the water, waiting for the boat to come. The boat was coming, and I said, oh, I'm going to get to see Jesus. It wasn't Jesus. It was his brother paddling the boat. Stopped, picked him up, they talked, they got in the boat, they left, and he passed to spirit. I've had people who thought their lives were really bad, and they had visualized really bad stuff going on, and there was stuff that was going on, and that was all because of their own making, their own vibration. I always have a thing I tell people, remember, You do nothing wrong in your life. You might say, whew, you don't know where I've been. You don't know what I've done. Oh my God. But remember, it's what you've done. What if all the vibration was just because you were the catalyst to get the group to where they needed to be? Maybe that was all it was. It was never meant for you. You just took it to heart. You thought, oh my God, that's mine. And then we worry about it. Then we worry, and we fester on it. When it wasn't really ours to fester on in the first place. Allow it to be. Allow it to just to be. You're where you are right now because you need to be there. Not because there's this little avenue like, oh, if you feel like you need to move, need to change your life, need to do things, it's probably Spirit going, okay, we're getting ready, getting ready, getting ready. And they're trying to move you. If you have this tendency that you want to change things, it's your guides trying to say, okay, it's time to go, it's time to go, it's time to... And they'll give you warning bells long before it's time, before they start ripping up the duct tape and taping you and dragging you. So they give you that time to say, please, let's do this, come on. Because sometimes in our lives, we just have to cross paths with people. We have to get to where they are. Spirit can't get them to us, so we have to get to them. Spirit maneuvers our lives. They pull our jobs away from us. They redo situations within our lives. And then we have to go. We have to move. I had a lady not too long ago, she goes, I am not moving. You can't make me move, Lou, and neither can my guides. I said, well, I don't know. All right. You think about it, dear. She got home about 2 months later, her house fell into a sinkhole. She called me and said, I guess I'm moving. I said, they gave you plenty of warning before they dropped it. But Spirit has a way of saying, you don't want to go? We'll take care of you. We'll move you. Because guides need you somewhere. And it's how you propel yourself in this lifetime is what you're going to see when you pass to Spirit and into the world of eternity. It's what you're going to see, how you're going to envision it. You don't take anything here with you. It's just what you propel in you. We have a lot of teachers teaching things here and a lot of information. I don't believe any of you take all the information and go, oh my God, I'm going to take all that, I'm going to put it in the basket, I'm going to store it right in my pocketbook, and that's mine. You're going to take what you want and go, that fits me. The rest of it, you go, don't like it. But you take what you want. You take what benefits you. You understand that. When I saw this pilgrimage thing on the internet, I thought it was kind of cool because I always kind of figured out we had to go somewhere as spiritualists. We had to be somewhere. Our holy city. It's inside of us. It's inner. It's inside. And it's when you pray, when you ask your guides, when you understand what your guides are trying to tell you. Sure, it takes work. Sometimes they mumble. Sometimes they're busy eating and they don't have time to swallow. They're just busy. And you have to try to make sense of it. When I teach class, they might tell you something and they might show the medium they got a bird, they got a Ferris wheel, and they got a dog. And out of that Ferris wheel, bird, and dog, you've got to make a reading. You've got to tell that person what you think. So out of that little bit of snippet that you've got to start to give some kind of reading. So the question here with you is reading yourself. What do you sense when you go in meditation? Do you see a bird? Then you come out of meditation, you start walking the street, there's the bird again. You drive somewhere, the bird's there again. There's a purpose why the bird is there. Maybe somebody in your life loved that type of bird. Or maybe the meaning of the bird has some kind of meaning to you. It's to give you information. It's when you are asking for something. Watch what they're doing. Sometimes they'll hit you in the head and they will, oh my God, it'll be right in front of you. But most of the time we're all searching with our little bag like Hansel and Gretel moving through the forest. And I tell people, some of the forest is awesome. Then there's that part of the forest that's got the flying monkeys. Then we have to kind of hide. Don't go to that part of the forest. Try to stay away from that part. But we feel in our lives we need to help certain people. Some people are beyond our help. I will tell you that. Some people have found their own little journey. The boat is on fire. They are standing on the mast, and they're yelling. But they should have never gone out in the boat in the first place. Now, you could swim to the boat, but there could be sharks in the water. So now you got trouble. That person gets saved before you get out to the boat. You're bit up, you're laid up for a while, and you're going, well, that was awful. You have a sense of knowing when you need to go forward and backwards. I have people just say, oh, I just don't know what to do with it. Leave them alone. Let them be. Maybe it's not your life lesson to change it. I learned many years out here in Cassadaga that I'm not here to change Cassadaga. God, no. That's too much work for me. I'm here to change myself. I'm here to be a better person within me. I'm not here to change the camp. I'm here to change me. And if by changing myself, I improve the camp, so much the good. But I'm not here to change people's lives. I'm here to change how I perceive, and my energy then will help you if that's needed. You have to realize that. You can't get everybody here to say, you're going to help me, aren't you? Not everybody's going to be able to help you. Most people have boxes with nothing on them, and they want to give them to you. It's like a surprise present. And they walk away, and you're left with it, trying to figure it out. I had a lady not too long ago, she says, she's like 68 years old. She goes, I don't like my daughter. She's got 5 little babies, and I don't think she's doing good with them. I want to raise those babies. Well, her daughter got locked in prison. Who's raising the babies now? She is. Daughter's in prison for 18 years. You don't think she's going to be 18 years? 68? Add 18 years? Once we get past 65, we are not child friendly. They cannot live with us full time.
Amen.
Part time. 3 hours of a 2-year-old. We're done. We're over it. But the question is, we take these things on. We tell Spirit, I want that. And all of a sudden, Spirit brings it. And we go, oh my God.
I didn't want that.
Well, I didn't really want that. But we ask for it. We constantly ask for that. I have an individual now, all they keep saying is, I'm so sick. I'm so ill. I'm so sick. I'm so sick. I'm so sick. I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm sick. Now she's sick. She kept telling herself she was sick. Instead of asking for health, well-being, and upliftment of spirit, she just kept telling herself she was sick. Spirit said, you want to be sick? We're going to make you sick. You want to be out of money? They'll make you out of money. You want to move? They'll get you to move. But you got to give the spirit stipulations. I give my guides stipulations. They want me to go take care of people up in Tennessee, my family. That's awesome. I need $1 million cash, and I want to deposit into my bank account, and I will go. I will go. I will help them. Because I know once I get there, my family won't help me. So I need to help myself. And most of you all probably have family like that they call. They don't ask you, are you okay? How's your life going? First thing out of their mouth is, how much money you got? Can you send me some? Are you okay? Well, we don't really care. You have money. So we have to realize that when people keep asking you for everything that you own, step back and take a look at it. Look at your door. Figure out what you have to do. When I take people to see their Akashic records in a meditation, I always tell people to look at the book. Don't go thumbing through your Akashic record book. Look at what the cover looks like. There's some rat's been chewing on it. Is it all messy? The binding all ripped up. What's going on with the book? I always tell people when you go in meditation and look at your Akashic records, look and see if you've been there before. Look if you left something for yourself. Look at some meditation, maybe some lifetime you were there before. Maybe you left something in the book to get your attention, to give you some kind of idea of where you should be in this lifetime. When you go in meditation, when you go into prayer, when you go into the quiet, you want watch and see what Spirit's trying to show you. It's not the going to the hill. It's not sitting in the fountain. It's not drinking the water. It's how they propel you to the destination you're supposed to be. When I was 6 years old, I died for about 35 minutes. I sat with a guide on the other side. Watch it. He said, you can't go in the city yet. You're not allowed to go there yet because you have to go back. But you can sit out here with me. And I sat there until I came back into my body. That has happened 4 times in my life, 4. And the question here is, every time I go, I see something different. I see an avenue, something different. And all I can hear my guide say is, you know, you've learned more. You've propelled more into your system. You can see more. And when you stand at that door at the universe, at the beginning of the universe, what do you see when you look out into eternity? I know there are these places in eternity that you can go to. It stretches off into indefinite space. You get to pick your journey. There are other dimensions, other places. My father used to tell me, he goes to make a place for you. There are many mansions on the other side. Mansions are not houses. God's not over there building you a great big white house. There are other dimensions, other places of existence that God is putting in place for you. So you have to realize, where are you planning on going? Many years ago in New York, I used to sit with Seth, and people know Seth. Jane Roberts used to go into trance and trance Seth. She used to tell us all, Seth does not talk to anybody but me. I said, really? So that to me was a challenge. So I went into deep meditation. Sure enough, I found Seth sitting by a river on his porch. I talked to him. Every guide on the other side you can talk to. Every one. It's where your energy field is. It's where you are. It's where you propel yourself. It's all about energy. When Don talked today about psychometry, it's all about energy. Not the energy of an object, the energy of you. It's your energy. If you leave a bunch of negative energy on a ring and you go, touch my ring, go ahead, touch my ring, and the person that touches the ring goes, oh my God. It's not going to be good energy. It's what you leave on the space. It's what you leave in your house, what you leave in the space. That is the energy that somebody reads. That's what your guides read. When you end up on the other side, they read the energy that you've propelled out throughout your life. What energy did you put out? If your life, I always explain to people, if your life isn't pleasant, maybe you need to have a come to Jesus moment with your guides. Have a conference. Sit down. Talk to them. Ask them why. Let them explain to you why you're in this situation in your life and how to maneuver yourself out of it. Don't just sit there. Because Spirit doesn't hear you complain. They just watch you. I tell people, you can run off the cliffs. Guides are warning bells. Please don't go. Please, please. Okay, guys, she went. Let's wait. They'll wait for you to climb out. Then they dust you off. They don't climb down the hill with you. You don't think your guide's going to jump off the hill with you? No, 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 no. They have these special little chairs they set up, and they just sit there and they wait. Climb out. You have to allow yourself to understand, if you're getting too close to the edge, step away. The warning bells will be there. Many years ago, when I first met my wife, my guides, I was just getting out of the service. I wasn't going to entertain nothing. I wanted to go play. My guide said, get on that plane, go to Fort Lauderdale. You'll meet somebody named Max. He'll offer you a job. Take the job. I'm going, they said, you better go. So I listened to Spirit, jumped on the plane, got at the airport. I said, okay, guys, I'm here. Where's Max? Sure enough, this guy walked up and says, my name's Max. Are you looking for a job? First thing out of my mouth was, is it legal? And it was. So I ended up working this large manufactured home community down in Fort Lauderdale. And living next door, pretty close next door to the big maintenance shed we had there, was her. And I met my wife. But I had to get to her. She couldn't get to where I was. So the question is we always have to realize that Spirit has a purpose to get us to where we need to be. Maybe we don't see it right off, but if it keeps going on and keeps, it's your guides going, oh please, let's do this. And if it keeps going, and you are doing that, remember, Spirit is there for you. I had a lady come to my office a year ago, said, I want my soulmate. I want him gray hair, blue eyes. I want him 6'2". I want him driving an old pickup truck. I want him to have 2 blonde-haired kids. Do you think you can get him for me? I said, I said, your guides are listening, dear. So she had to take a detour through the Ocala National Forest. What happens? Her car breaks down. Who pulls up behind her? Gray hair, blue-eyed individual. 2 blonde-haired kids in the front of an old pickup truck. He's walking up to the car. She's calling me. She said, is he the one? Sometimes we ask for things, we don't even accept them. We go, that can't be for me. Like Spirit will ring the front doorbell and you're sitting in the house going, that can't be for me. It's not my doorbell's ringing. We have to realize that Spirit really wants to gift us with things in our lives. They want this journey to be pleasant, not disruptive. Your life is not supposed to be miserable. We're supposed to be all out on recess, making the teacher crazy. We're not supposed to be huddled in the corner of the room waiting. We need to ask. And as spiritualists, we know that we carry all the power within us. Power is within us. We just have to learn how to accept it. All the healing power, all the gifts, everything from Spirit is within us. All we have to do is learn how to open the door. Your door might have a very strange lock on it, very strange combination. Maybe you have to work at it. But once you start to work at it, you start to get that vibration. You'll say, oh my God, this is awesome. Because if you think awesome today, you might not get perfect, awesome stuff tomorrow, but it's going to be close. And you just keep thinking it, even though things are happening in your life. Things are going to be better, things are great, things are awesome. Keep telling yourself, keep reinforcing the vibration. It will get better. It will. We lose faith sometimes in our lives from Spirit. We lose faith that our guides aren't there with, oh, we have guides. I always tease people. I have my guide, Jeff. He's standing here. I have him. He's my gatekeeper. He'll let you in. I have 2 bouncers. They're kind of burly. They're a little crazy. 2 bouncers. You have to get past them. Then I have a joy guide. She's got a switchblade. She'll cut you. So if you get too close to me and you're not supposed to be there, I got a joy guide. No. If you hear clicking noises and you're too close to me, she's going to cut you. Your guides will protect you. They will. From situations. The only reason things happen in our lives is we allow Spirit. We tell Spirit, I really want that. God, I want that. Then once we get it, we get all crazy. Then we follow a path. And it might take you years to get off the path. Because it was never your life lesson to begin with. It was somebody else's and you just happened to take it on. They are out on recess and you're in detention. You're doing the life lesson that they left there for you. Nobody leaves this airplane too early. They leave it when they're supposed to leave. Because it's not the person leaving the earth plane that affects the energy of the earth plane. It's how the energy affects the people left behind. It's how it affects their life. If you have children, you have people that have gone to Spirit and you wonder why did they leave when they left? Because they're leaving affected the energy around the vibration once their present was no longer here, the energy changed with the people around them. So your life changes. People move to different places. Different things happen because the person is no longer here. Remember, you're on a journey. You're venturing out into eternity. You're standing in your doorway. What kind of energy are you putting out into the eternity, into the spirit world? If it's very positive,